How's it going, everyone? Today I'm here with my PWG Battle of Los Angeles 2016 review. Of course, Bola is one of the most anticipated wrestling tournaments of the year, not just in PWG, but just wrestling in general. And yeah, this year's had a lot of hype as usual. The past couple years has had a lot of hype for Bola. And yeah, of course, I'm here with the Blu-rays. I'm going to go ahead and review these shows for you. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. Of course, kicking off with stage 1. But by the way, excellent artwork across right there from all three nights. Just, you know, the artwork for the past 2 years has been absolutely amazing. So, excellent artwork for all three nights. But right now, let's talk about stage 1. As you guys can tell, the cover right there, you have Will Ospreay. 2016 Battle of Los Angeles stage 1. Stage 1 of the 2016 Battle of Los Angeles recorded live in California on September 2nd, 2016. So very nice cover there with Will Ospreay. You open it up, get some nice artwork with the Young Bucks, Adam Cole and Bobby Fish. And of course, you got Tommy Yen and Zack Sabre Jr. on the back right there. The spine, 1/3 of the picture, because of course they put the Bola winner on the sides of each Bola. And of course, here's the back artwork. You can go ahead and pause it and look at it if you'd like, as well as a match listing and a little description as always. So yeah, let me put that down right there. And overall, I gotta say, stage 1 was a great show. I had a lot of fun watching it. I thought, honestly, probably had the best tournament matches on this night, to be perfectly honest. I thought 3 matches were spectacular on this show. And I had a lot of fun with stage 1. Like I said, definitely a solid show. It's only 2 hours too, so it's definitely the shortest of the 3. But it definitely delivers on the same level as the 3, if you ask me. So, excellent stuff on stage 1. Of course, to open the show up with Pentagón Jr. versus Marty Scurll. This was a really good opener, definitely a fun way to start off the tournament. You can definitely tell both men weren't really familiar with each other because there's some maneuvers that just came off pretty slow and didn't go through all the way. But I still thought Pentagón Jr. and Marty Scurll, for 2 guys not very familiar with each other, still put on a very solid match. And he had a lot of near falls. He actually had a fuck up in this match where Pentagón Jr. hits the package pile driver, and the referee actually counted a 3. Clearly counted 3, but he said it was 2 because Pentagón Jr. wasn't supposed to win the match. So we had to play it off like it was only 2. But yeah, really good stuff from both men. Marty Scurll got the win with an exciting finish when Pentagón Jr. went for the package pile driver once again. But Marty Scurll actually slid out of it into a crossface chicken wing. Pentagón Jr. taps out. Solid stuff to start the show. Next we go to Jeff Cobb versus Ricochet. This was fucking awesome. One of my favorite matches of the tournament. This was just spectacular work from both men. Their styles definitely meshed very, very well and put on an awesome match. Ricochet just throwing Jeff Cobb around like he was nothing was absolutely spectacular. I thought Ricochet put on an amazing performance, so was Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb is just an absolute monster, and he gave such a devastating not springboard, but like a running, jumping headbutt to Ricochet. I thought nearly killed Ricochet. That was just absolutely spectacular right there. And just, yeah, this is one of the better matches in the tournament. Like I said, one of my favorites by far. And it's just, their styles meshed tremendously. And Jeff Cobb's machine and Ricochet is absolutely fucking awesome. So, a lot of fun in this match. Definitely great in-ring work there. Ricochet got the victory when he was able to counter the Tour of the Islands into a roll-up. So, Ricochet advances. Phenomenal stuff from both men there. From there, I'm going to go to John Hennigan versus Matt Sydal. Didn't like this match at all. Basically, Hennigan was more concerned about getting his character over than his wrestling. He definitely botched a few times, even through the worst fake knees I've seen in my entire life, I think. So, not a very good PWG debut for Hennigan. Matt Sydal looked good in this match, though. But, yeah, I didn't like it all that much at all. Hennigan won the Starship Pain, so there's that. From there, I'm going to go to Fénix versus Will Ospreay. Another fucking awesome match in the tournament. Both men just went there and had a speed race, pretty much. Just a very fast-paced, high-maneuver, high-action match. Just a lot of flips, pretty much what you expect from these 2 men. A phenomenal moment where Will Ospreay counters a Spanish fly from the top rope. Both men land on their feet from the Spanish fly to the top rope, which was absolutely awesome to watch. So I thought Ospreay, Fénix went out there, just put in an awesome high-flying match. Just great stuff from both men. Will Ospreay got the victory over Fénix, so that was a lot of fun. And then from there, I would go to Tommy Yen versus Zack Sabre Jr., another one of my favorites of the tournament. I thought both men went out there and put out a killer match. Zack Sabre Jr. putting great limb work on Tommy Yen, and Tommy Yen just being so goddamn fast, and just the strikes and the kicks. If you blinked, you would have even knew anything even happened. That's how fast they were. I thought Tommy Yen looked absolutely tremendous in this match. And so does Zack Sabre Jr., like I said. Great limb work from him and great striking from Tommy Yen. Just a lot of great action. Tommy Yen almost got this upset victory a handful of times in this match. And I thought it was awesome. Honestly, probably my favorite match tournament. I just had a lot of fun with it. But Zack Sabre Jr. did get the victory with the submission on Tommy Yen. Tommy Yen was first to submit, so great stuff from there. From them, I should say. Then we go to Chris Hero versus Jushin Thunder Liger. This was great in the sense of storytelling. You know, Hero was pretty much just destroying Liger, and Liger was just, you know, putting on a great performance. You know, trying to tell that story. They can still hang with the, you know, the young guys nowadays still. But Liger at 51 years old still is an awesome wrestler, and him and Hero told an awesome story, I thought. Liger kicking out of one of the Liger bomb when Hero gave it to him, I thought it was excellent. So, definitely a very fun match. Hero gets the victory with death by elbow. So, I really enjoyed that. Then we go to the main event, which was a 6-person tag team match. Adam Cole and the Young Bucks versus Dalton Castle and the Boys. The Boys, of course, being Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. I thought this match was, it was fun for what it was, but definitely wasn't like a main event worthy match. I think this match definitely would have been better off in the mid-card. Like, you know, this match in the middle of the show, and maybe Tommy Yen and Sabre or Hero and Liger being the main event. I just felt like this was like not the best way to end the show. Just too much comedy stuff in this match. There's just, you know, I'm all for comedy, but when it's too much and it kind of ruins the match, which in this case it did in my opinion. It's just, you know, it's not that fun to watch anymore if you ask me, but I still enjoyed it. It was an entertaining match to say the least. The match did pick up at the end. The last like 2 or 3 minutes or so, the match actually started kicking into gear with the Red Dragon becoming Red Dragon again, not just being playing off the Boys. But Adam Cole and the Young Bucks win with the Melter Driver, so entertaining match, but just wish that they didn't mess around so much. So night 1, great show, definitely a great way to kick off the tournament. Of course, from there on, we go to stage 2, of course, with Trevor Lee in the cover here. Pretty much the same concept of night 1, or stage 1, I should say. But as you can tell right there, on the Blu-ray, they do fuck up the printer right there. On the DVD version, it's perfectly fine, but on the Blu-rays, it is screwed up. So pretty much this says the same thing as stage 1, but it says stage 2 the next day, which was September 3rd. So, yeah, great artwork right there, Trevor Lee. You open up, you got a nice picture of Pentagón Jr. and Fénix. And then you have, of course, Matt Sydal, Ricochet, and I'm not sure who he has holding there for the, well, I'll tell you later on. But, yeah, there's back artwork, of course, with all the matches. And, of course, here's matches in the little description. If you want to read that, go ahead. But, stage 2, you know, stage 2 is usually the show that's the must-see show of the weekend. But I feel like stage 2 was just, you know, a little bit better than stage 1. I don't think there's too much on the show besides the main event that's really that much better than stage 1. But I do think stage 1 did have the better tournament matches than stage 2. I really didn't think anything in the tournament-wise really stood out on this show. Besides, I think the non-tournament matches are the best matches on this stage, if you ask me. But you had some solid tournament matches, and you had some good debuts on here as well. So you open up the show with Dalton Castle versus Tommaso Ciampa. Of course, it was supposed to be Jack Gallagher, but Jack Gallagher couldn't make it, so Tommaso Ciampa filled him in at the last second. I thought this was great. You know, Tommaso Ciampa definitely had a great showing in this match. He actually parodied some WWE finishers, like hitting the pedigree, hitting Roman Reigns' Superman punch. What else did he do? He did one more move. I can't really remember what it was off the top of my head, but he did a handful of WWE moves, which I thought was great. And he just had a very vicious showing, and definitely showed out to Tommaso Ciampa that I think we all know and love. And Dalton Castle had a really good showing as well. And he actually got the victory with the Bangarang after taking quite a beating. And Ciampa actually was busted open. His mouth was bleeding pretty bad. So I thought this was a really good opener. Almost on the same page as opening match in the previous night. So I had a lot of fun with that. And then we go to Mark Andrews versus Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, of course, making his PWG debut. And guys, say overall, Pete Dunne is fucking awesome. He had a great showing in this match. He looked absolutely amazing. He definitely lived to his name, the Bruiserweight. He just had a just kick-ass match. And, well, he had a kick-ass performance, I should say. And he was just absolutely awesome. But Mark Andrews, I've said this in the past before. I just can't get into Mark Andrews matches. I don't know. I feel like it's the same match every single time. It's just him getting thrown around and then making a comeback and him getting a surprise victory at the end. That's all it really is with Mark Andrews, I feel like. And I don't know. Like I think, like I said, Pete Dunne had a great performance, but the match itself is really good. But I think I didn't enjoy this match as much as others did from what I'm seeing. So great performance by Pete Dunne. Andrews, like I said, I don't think he's bad, but I just can't get into his matches for some reason. But Andrews did win with the shooting star press after taking a beating from Pete Dunne for like 15 minutes. So good match there. And then of course we had the Sami Callihan versus the debuting Cody Rhodes. This was a good performance from Cody Rhodes and Sami Callihan too. The match itself is good. Sami Callihan probably had his best performance he's had since coming back to PWG. I'm very vocal about it. I think Sami Callihan, ever since coming back to Independence, has just sucked. At least in PWG, I haven't enjoyed any of his work really. But him and Cody Rhodes put on a pretty good match. They had a nice moment where Sami Callihan takes out the Space Kitty mask, and then Cody Rhodes takes out his old Undashing mask, which I thought was a great moment there. And they had a fun little moment with those masks. But yeah, good solid match, good debut for Cody Rhodes. He went with the Crossroads. Good stuff all around there. And then we went to a non-tournament tag team match. Of course, we had Fénix and Pentagón Jr. taking on Tommy End and Chris Hero. I thought this was awesome. I thought this was a great match here. Tommy End is so fucking good, and I'm so glad he's in WWE now. He had such a phenomenal performance on this show and the previous show. He definitely is one of the MVPs of Bowl this year, if you ask me. But he just had great exchange with Pentagón Jr. and Fénix. Chris Hero was great in this match as well. He saw that amazing from the artwork on the inside with Pentagón Jr. and Fénix. Pretty much Fénix on Pentagón Jr.'s hands and Pentagón Jr. just throwing him on the outside with the springboard. Just absolutely phenomenal stuff from those two. And they put on a very fun tag team match. A lot of near falls, a lot of great action. Hero worked great with the elbows. Definitely some phenomenal counters and maneuvers by both tag teams, especially Hero and End just giving death by elbow and kicks. Just, oh man, great tag team work from both tag teams. Definitely a very fun intermission match for the crowd as well. So great stuff. Fénix pens Tommy End with the springboard 450. Excellent work all around from those two teams. From there, I'm going to go to Kamatachi versus Trevor Lee. This is actually a really good match. I really enjoyed this. This was fast-paced action. Kamachi had a better performance in this match here, if you ask me, than he did at Prince against Elgin. I just feel like I enjoyed this match a lot more than his match with Elgin. I thought he looked great with the sentons and pretty much just killing himself, and Trevor Lee just being an excellent heel. I thought they meshed it into a pretty damn good tournament match. I think this match probably be one of the matches that people kind of overlook. Definitely one of the better matches in the tournament, if you ask me. And just great stuff from both of them. Trevor Lee did get the victory with the small package driver. Really enjoyed, like I said, one of the better tournament matches, if you ask me. From there, I'm going to go to Cedric Alexander making his PWG return, taking on Mark Haskins. This match, I thought Haskins had a great showing. You know, Cedric Alexander making his return didn't really do much in this match because not only was he returning, but he was also leaving because, of course, he's in WWE now. But I feel like Cedric Alexander should have gotten more offense in this match. It's good, but, you know, I don't know. I feel like this match is way too one-sided for my liking. But definitely it was a pretty good showcase from Mark Haskins. Mark Haskins was just flawless in his transitions and definitely had a phenomenal debut here. I think almost every debut on the show was really, really good. And Mark Haskins definitely had a really good one as well. So I enjoyed his match with Cedric Alexander. I just wish it was more back and forth rather than one-sided. But Haskins did win with a armbar, so that was good stuff. And then we go to Kyle O'Reilly versus Matthew Riddle, of course, the final first-round match. Of course, Matt Riddle making his PWG debut. I thought this was great. You know, pretty much a lot of Matt work in this match. So if you're not really a technical or Mac technician style fan, you probably won't like this match as much because it's really just Matt based and just you see a lot of takedowns and a lot of submission holds. So that's pretty much what this match is really about. But I really enjoyed it. I thought they had a lot of great counters, and I really liked the ending by making Matt Riddle look good when he had, I believe, a armbar locked in or some kind of submission, but Kyle O'Reilly was able to counter into a crucifix, pinning Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle, thinking he won the match, was celebrating, but then found out that he lost. So I thought this match was really good. Like I said, it's very mat-based, so if you're not into that style, you probably won't like this match that much. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Kyle O'Reilly advances. Of course, to go to the main event, the must-see match of the weekend. The 6-person tag team match, Adam Cole and the Young Bucks versus Will Ospreay, Ricochet, and Matt Sydal. This was fucking insane. If you're in the spots, you're into just high-flying, you're into a fast-paced style match, this is a match to see. My words cannot put this match into justice. The match is all over the place. You see amazing counters. You see a lot of jaw-dropping moments in this match. You saw a shooting star press Meltzer driver. That's how insane this match was. Will Ospreay hitting this amazing ace crusher when the Young Bucks went for, I believe, a Meltzer driver or indie taker. Just an absolutely amazing counter. Just super kicks left and right in this match. Just everything you can think of. Every craziness, every spot you can think of was ensured in this matchup, and it definitely was just absolutely awesome. And the triple shooting star press put away the Young Bucks and Adam Cole to give Will Ospreay, Ricochet, and Matt Sydal the victory. So just excellent stuff in that match. Really enjoyed that. Definitely a must-see match. My words can't put any justice how awesome this match was. And awesome aftermath as well, where when the crowd was chanting 5 stars and Ospreay, Sydal, and Ricochet kind of just stared down Dave Meltzer. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, great stage as well. Like I said, pretty much on par, but just a tad better than stage 1. But you did have 2 phenomenal matches, if you ask me, which were, of course, on the 2 non-tournament matches. But yeah, really enjoyed stage 2. So there's that. And then, of course, we go to the final stage, which, of course, has Marty Scurll on the cover. Again, same exact cover as the other 2. The final stage of the 2016 Battle of Los Angeles, recorded live in Reseda, California, September 4th, 2016. So awesome cover right there with Marty Scurll. You open it up, and the inside, you got a nice picture of Liger and Jeff Cobb and Cedric Alexander. And, of course, you got Pentagón Jr. and Fénix as well. And here is the back of this DVD or Blu-ray, I guess you can say. But yeah, the final stage, I should say, was definitely another great show. I feel like this was just a little bit better than stage 2. The best thing about this tournament to me is each show is pretty much on the same par, if not a tad better than the last. This is not overwhelmingly long as well. Of course, last year's final stage was like over 4 hours. This is just barely over 3, which is actually really better, which is really good compared to last year's. And stage 2, by the way, is only 2.5 hours long. So this entire tournament's not that long, especially compared to last year's. But final stage, again, like I said, that was really good. That was a great show, and just wasn't overwhelmingly long. So that was definitely a big plus. But the show did open up with Dalton Castle versus Trevor Lee in a second round match. Thought that was good stuff from both of them. Trevor Lee looked absolutely amazing, especially the backflip into a deadlift German suplex. Absolutely amazing spot there. That was probably the best highlight of this match. But good stuff, good solid stuff from Dalton Castle and Trevor Lee. Trevor Lee gets the win after hitting a phenomenal Canadian destroyer, and I believe he hit another small package driver or a roll up. I don't know, but Trevor Lee wins, advances. Good stuff opened the show. John Hennigan versus Ricochet. Definitely a better showing from John Hennigan here. I think him and Ricochet had a really good match here. Definitely made up for his poor performance from stage 1 against Matt Sydal. And him and Ricochet are pretty familiar with each other from Lucha Underground. So I thought they put on a pretty solid match, and Ricochet does go over with a 630 and advances to the semifinal. So that was a really good tournament match, and definitely a really good, really better showing from John Hennigan from the previous match. And from there we go to Cody Rhodes versus Marty Scurll. Marty Scurll played an excellent heel in this match, immediately attacking Cody Rhodes. He actually tricked his wife into kissing him at one point in this match. I just thought he worked an excellent heel role in this match. A great moment where he goes to Shattered Dreams when the crowd starts chanting "She Wants Kids" for Eden. I thought that was a hilarious moment there. But yeah, Cody Rhodes and Marty Scurll went out there and had one hell of a match, and definitely had a great performance. And Marty Scurll, just MVP of the weekend, if you ask me, just had a really, definitely lived up to the name, the villain. So, a really good match from him and Cody Rhodes. He actually won with a low blow, followed by a roll-up to beat Cody Rhodes. So, yeah, good stuff from both of them. From there, I'm going to go to Mark Andrews versus Chris Hero. Basically a squash match, but it was good for what it was. You know, you had Hero tossing Mark Andrews around, attacking him from the get-go. And Mark Andrews getting the surprise victory with a roll-up. So Mark Andrews beats him 5 minutes in after Chris Hero tosses him around for 5 minutes. Hero beats the shit out of him, gives him a power driver off the second rope afterwards. So storyline purposes, this match was actually really good. But yeah, it was really short and sweet. So there was that. And then we go to Mark Haskins versus Kyle O'Reilly. Another really good showing from Mark Haskins here. Him and Kyle O'Reilly had a really good technical match. You know, some really good maneuvers, really good counters, and just some phenomenal transitions from both men. Just Mark Haskins is really one of the guys that really impressed me during this tournament. Like I said, his transitions are so smooth and flawless. I just thought he looked absolutely awesome. And he put on a very deep sharpshooter in Kyle O'Reilly to get the surprise win. So you got 2 upsets in a row with Mark Andrews beating Chris Hero, and you have Mark Haskins beating Kyle O'Reilly. So 2 huge upsets in a row. And yeah, a really good match there. And then of course go to the Will Ospreay versus Zack Sabre Jr. in the final second round match. These two were awesome. You know, Will Ospreay immediately attacking Zack Sabre Jr., trying to get the upper hand very early on in the match. But it wasn't working. Zack Sabre Jr. immediately pretty much gets the rebound, takes down Will Ospreay with just various submissions and different holds. And at one point in the match where Zack Sabre Jr. is so amazed by this capture, Will Ospreay goes for like a Fénix splash at the second rope, but Zack Sabre Jr. captures him so flawlessly, he has no choice but to like stop the submission and to celebrate before he locks it all the way. That's how flawless that capture was. It came off absolutely awesome. But I thought Sabre and Ospreay had an awesome match here as well. Ospreay, once again, in a third upset, beats Zack Sabre Jr. with a roll-up pin. Beats him third huge upset in a row. Goes to show you how unpredictable this tournament was, that you had your world champion get pinned in this tournament. So, yeah, great match from two of them. Really enjoyed that. And from there, I'm going to go to a tag team title match. The Young Bucks taking on Pentagón Jr. and Fénix. Definitely an awesome match here. You know, Young Bucks definitely can work the Lucha Libre style very, very well when they put in that environment. I thought they did here with their match against Fénix Pentagón Jr. Handful of times, Fénix and Pentagón Jr. almost won the tag team titles, which the crowd was really hoping for and erupted for. But Young Bucks are just playing their cards right, hit the Melter driver, but, you know, just, you know, it was a very even match, and I thought just an awesome showing from both tag teams. Young Bucks to retain via death by super kicks. Just the ending with them just hitting various super kicks in the end, which is absolutely amazing ending. And they pin both men to retain the tag team titles. So great tag team match there. One of the better matches of the weekend. Probably the second or third best non-tournament match of the weekend. So really enjoyed that. And then of course we go into our semifinal matches, which the first one was Trevor Lee versus Mark Andrews. Which was a good match here. Pretty much, again, you had Trevor Lee following Chris Hero and pretty much just tossing Mark Andrews around and, you know, even just throwing him on the apron, just throwing him like a sack of shit. And, you know, Mark Andrews had his little comeback, but it wasn't enough. Trevor Lee does advance with a small package driver. So Trevor Lee is going to the finals of the Battle of Los Angeles. And then, of course, after that, we had Marty Scurll versus Mark Haskins, in which was a match a little too long, if you ask me. I thought it was still really good, but it went on not pretty long, but it went on longer than it should have, if you ask me. It went about 17 minutes. But I thought in the 17 minutes, it was solid. Again, Marty Scurll just living up to his great heel work and definitely portrayed it here. And I thought he was just absolutely excellent. And, of course, Mark Haskins just had another really good showing. But Marty Scurll does advance with the submission, so that was a fun match. And of course, we go to the final semifinal match, which was Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. This I was really excited for because it's Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. Why wouldn't you be excited for this? And you know, for the time, honestly, this match should have got the time that Mark Haskins and Marty Scurll got. This match only got like 10 minutes, if that. So we didn't get too much, but in the time they got, they definitely put in an awesome match. Just a lot of you know, what you expect from these two. You know, if you've seen their previous matches in like New Japan or whatever, this is pretty much a small sample of that. It's still great, but doesn't live up to the classic heights that the regular matches have lived up to, unfortunately. But yeah, just a lot of great maneuvers. You know, definitely a lot of springboards in this match, and just a very fast-paced, high-action, great match you expect from these two. Just I hope one day they get more time than another match, so that way they can put on another classic match that they had in the past. So. Will Ospreay actually advances with a springboard cutter, so he's going to the finals. So yeah, and then of course we go to our third year in a row without our traditional non-tournament 10-man tag team match, which was of course Cedric Alexander. And of course I got a call as I was making this video at the end. Thanks to whoever called me. But yeah, as I was saying, Jushin Thunder Liger and Chuck Taylor versus Sami Callihan, Tommaso Ciampa, Pete Dunne, Brian Kendrick, and Matthew Riddle. This was just a very entertaining match. That's all it was. Of course, you had your thumb up the ass train, which is just absolutely hilarious. And you had, of course, your slow motion moment, which was great because Jushin Thunder Liger actually had like a controller where he actually froze time to do that spot, which I thought was just a great add-on to it. But yeah, this 10-man tag was just absolutely entertaining, just non-stop laughter, and it's just a very, very fun match overall. So that was great stuff. Liger pins Pete Dunne with a brainbuster. So a very entertaining match. Really, really enjoyed that. Nice break from the tournament. And then, of course, we go to the finals, which was Marty Scurll versus Will Ospreay versus Trevor Lee. I thought this was a really good match as well. Great double team work from Marty Scurll and Trevor Lee on Will Ospreay, especially the ending when you know, Marty Scurll just had Will Ospreay in a chicken wing, and just Trevor Lee was stomping on Will Ospreay in submission hold, and Will Ospreay, of course, had no choice but to tap out. So Will Ospreay is the first one eliminated, so it came down to Trevor Lee and Marty Scurll, and those two go at it, and I thought they had a really good back and forth action. You know, they had a great back and forth showing. Almost kind of turning Trevor Lee the face in this match, and Marty Scurll busts out the umbrella when the referee takes a bump, beats down Trevor Lee with the umbrella, hitting him over the skull several times, just beating him down until he puts him in the crossface chicken wing, and Trevor Lee has no choice but to submit. So Marty Scurll becomes your 2016 Battle of Los Angeles winner. Of course, that's why he is on the spine. So when you put all three stages on your shelf, this is what it'll look like with Marty Scurll right there on the side. Just, yeah, great showing from him in this tournament overall. And, of course, after the match, he does cut a promo talking about how he deserves it and that he's coming for the title now. And Marty Scurll definitely deserves it. You know, I think Trevor Lee, in my honest opinion, should have won the tournament this year. But, you know, I don't think Marty Scurll was the wrong decision either. I think both guys would have been viable choices. And definitely both guys deserved it either way. But Marty Scurll definitely, I think, had the better showing this weekend. So I think I'd give him the edge for winning the tournament. But yeah, overall, Battle of Los Angeles 2016, I gotta say, you know, it's not a blowaway tournament. Like I said, you know, Stage 1 had the best tournament matches, if you ask me. And there really isn't anything on these shows besides the 6-man tag on Stage 2 that is mind-blowing or, like, must-see. You know, they're all great shows. They're all pretty much on the same par, if not a tad better than the last one. But I don't think this tournament is, you know, a must-see tournament. Definitely a great one. Probably the weakest one of the past 2 years. I'd definitely say last year's was better, if you ask me. But definitely still a great tournament. I still had a lot of fun with all 3 nights, and they're all great shows. And I'd still recommend everyone checking them out. Like I said, I still had a lot of fun with it regardless. And it's a great tournament. But, yeah, that's my thoughts and feelings on Battle of Los Angeles. Like I said, great tournament, just not must-see, a must-see tournament that I think a lot of people thought it was going to be when it was first announced. But definitely is still fun shows to watch. But yeah, that'll do it for my video for the Battle of Los Angeles. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Recommend it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please in the comments below leave a like, and in the comments leave your guys' thoughts on this video or on the shows in general. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching this video.